Hey, this is Judith from Days of Judah, and I don't know if this happens to you, but it happens to me sometimes that I get stuck when I'm trying to think about what I want to draw. Maybe it's been a while since I've had a chance to sit down and work on something, or maybe my mind is just really busy and I got a lot of stuff going on, and for whatever reason, I'm just feeling really stuck. So this is what I do to try to break that feeling. I do something called free drawing. If you've ever heard of the term free writing, it's kind of the same thing, just drawing. So free drawing is not worrying about all the details and how it's going to work or how it's going to look. You just go. You just let go and draw. So first thing is I doodle, draw anything. And I mean like anything. I tend to be kind of a realist. When I do my drawings, I like to have things, just as I see it in my reference picture or just how I see it in my mind, but for free drawing, it's not about that. It's just the first thing that comes to my mind is what I'm going to do. So if that is a picture of grapes like I have here, I'm not into grapes. It was a picture. It was just something. So just whatever comes to mind. Sometimes it's very abstract. Sometimes I just let my pencil or pen just kind of go over the page, and it's not a specific thing. It's just an abstract image. That's okay, because it's really all about loosening up, letting go, and just letting your mind and body just start to work together. Not focusing or really working too hard on what's happening. You just let it go. So doodle anything. That's my first rule for myself. The next thing that I guess kind of works hand in hand, is I set a time limit. There is nothing as daunting for me as when I just have like infinite amounts of time, or and nothing to draw. My head is empty, and there's just like this panic or this anxiety. So I give myself a time limit. So that can be anything. That can be 5 minutes if I just need to just feel like I'm doing something, or it can be 20 minutes if I really want to get out of the habit of maybe not doing something after a while and just get stuck in and really work on something for a bit. So I give myself a time limit, and that tends to help me. Also takes the anxiety off of how long, if I'm feeling frustrated with what I'm doing, how long I have to sit. I know it sounds bad, but sometimes it happens. So how long I have to sit, or if it's going really great, then maybe I decide to sit a little longer, or whatever the case may be. But a time limit really seems to help. The next thing that I do is sometimes I explore different types of media. So my favorite thing to draw with is probably a pencil or color pencils. they're usually always on hand. They're something that, I could just do and, kind of. But sometimes it's so easy for me to get into a habit of how I work with that particular medium. I know how it's going to feel, how it's going to move. So sometimes if I'm trying to get out of a rut, sometimes I just try something different. So I actually borrowed my daughter's crayons, and I just started doodling with them and kind of playing around and seeing how they felt. I don't have the same level of control with crayons that I do with color pencils or pencils, so I really had to let go a whole lot more using them, which was nice. I didn't have to be so worried about what it was going to look like. And I also had a lot of colors to play with. So when I was working on this piece, I just said, hey, what are, I think of grapes as, purple or red or maybe green. What if I just kind of put all those colors in there? What if I experiment with just using as many colors as I can think of throwing into this image? So I did, because I was using something different than what I normally use. So maybe that will work for you. I think the final thing that I think about when I am doing something like this is I just have to let go of perfect. Doing a free drawing is not about a final portfolio piece. It's not about creating something for a client or any. It's just for you. It is, or in my case, it's just for me, about getting the juices flowing again, reminding myself that, I haven't forgotten how to draw. I haven't forgotten the enjoyment of just moving and just making something. So I just let go and see what happens. And that's basically it. That is my free drawing process. It's super simple. I can do it anytime. And sometimes it's just what I need to get me going, to give me ideas, or just to help me to relax and just enjoy the process of being an artist. I'd love to know what you do when you feel like you're stuck as an artist or you need a way to jumpstart your creativity. What kind of things do you do? So I'm Judith, this is Days of Judah, and this is how I do my free drawing process. I hope this helps. Have a great night.